Bro, why she gotta ask questions like this? Hold up. Oh. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I had a bad childhood, so that's a lot.
I kind of wish I never heard what people think about me, because it really changes my perspective on myself and it kind of drags my confidence down. A lot of people talk about like my weight or like how I look, and honestly, like I feel like if people kept their opinions to themselves, like that would be a lot more helpful, but people are just opinionated, I guess.
When I was 5 years old, my mom told me I was going to die. And I remember being very shocked. And I really got upset because it was the first time that I realized I was going to die.
When my doctor told me I had stage 2 lung cancer, that would probably be one of the big ones. Yeah. This was in October of last year. I'm in college, so I went to my local wellness center when I started coughing up blood, actually, and then they referred me to a doctor who then diagnosed me. And I remember walking in, and it was kind of your classic like doctor on one side, you sit on the other side, and he looks all somber, and he's like, "You have cancer," and then you're like, and so I kind of went into shock. I had taken public transportation to the doctor, so I took public transportation back, and I was just like in my seat just zoning out. And then I remember getting back, calling my boyfriend at the time, telling him the news, and just sitting there in silence. And then after that call ended, I just like burst into tears. I was like, well, what do I do now? Like, I had so many plans, and like now I don't know if I'll even be here to do them. I remember going back into my dorm and having to tell my suite mates and having to comfort them. And then going back into my own room and just trying to decide how to reprioritize my life. I think that was the hardest part. My dad had non-small cell lung cancer, and I had small cell lung cancer. So we thought maybe it might be genetics, but it wasn't connected. I don't smoke. I'm like very young, so we still don't know. My family encouraged me to drop out of school, which I refused to do because it's really important to me that I graduate in 4 years. So I stayed in school, and then I think it was like 4 or 5 months later, beat cancer, technically. Finished my semester, didn't fail any classes, which was good. And I've been in remission ever since, so hopefully I never have to hear that again. So that was around my birthday too, actually. My 20th birthday. It was like a week before. I was like, this is the best birthday present I've ever gotten. Like just being able to go back and tell people that they didn't have to worry about me anymore, at least for now. That was incredible. It was freedom. It was a lot of freedom to not be scared to pursue what I wanted to do.
My childhood best friend passed away of cancer when he was just 21 or 22, and for a very long time was very passionate about being an airline pilot, and he was like probably one of the was kind of a prodigy, so he like was able to go through like flight school really quickly, and he was known as the baby pilot because he was able to become an airline pilot so young, and he had such a baby face that people could not believe that he was already an airline pilot.
Would have never heard or at least read the suicide notes of a boy in my class about the way our school treated him and why he did what he did. He just said that at least like the neighborhood we lived in and the community that we lived in put too much pressure on kids, to go to the right school, to go in the same pathway, to go to college after high school, and how none of the teachers supported him and none of the adults that had authority would listen to him. But it's really caused change in my school, which is a positive result, but also I didn't really want to know that kids were going through something like that. It's kind of dark.
I wish I had never heard that my friends sometimes use me.
Racism. All my life I've heard about racism. I've learned about it. I studied it. It was kind of unique topic to me because I never understood why other people would look at other people a certain way and try to control them just because they were a different color than they were. But everyone's a person. If you have an eyes, nose, teeth, ears, a heart, then everyone should be the same. I think everyone's equal and you're not higher than anyone else.
You might want to get tested.
Probably that you're not college material.
Do you remember who told you that?
My grandmother. I personally think that everybody's college material, and it's just coming from lower class. It's hard to, you obviously I'm not gonna go to Harvard. Who goes to Harvard? Rich people, not me. She tells the same thing to my sister. She tells me your sister's not college material, and I'm you can't say that to someone because it's gonna discourage them from going to college. I'm already gonna graduate with my bachelor's debt free, and I've traveled the world, and so anybody can do it. It really discourages someone to say that.
I'm a teacher, and I'm from Arizona, and legislators are always saying they don't have enough money to fund our education system. And as a result, our children are going to be illiterate. The teachers don't stay more than a year, and they all go, and they have enough money.
I wish I hadn't heard my dad talk about how much he cheated on my mom. I don't know, because I saw him differently ever since then.